get more on the situation in Haiti by speaking to Kim Yves. He's in New York and he's a journalist and documentary filmmaker. Kim Yves, thanks for being with us here on TRT World. Now, we saw some of it in Axel's piece there, but just explain to us from your experience and understanding, why are people attempting to flee Haiti right now?
Well, there's essentially a revolution underway. This is the state crumbling in Haiti. 15 years ago, in 2006, ex-President René Préval said he was going to try to reestablish the authority of this state. Well, in the past 15 years, that has disintegrated even more. And to the point now, the population is basically left to their own devices. Now, the gangs have been sort of combined into one big pot, but they're really two different sides fighting. One is kidnapping people and carrying out a lot of criminal activities. The other one is really sort of vigilance brigades trying to bring order and keep security and peace in their neighborhoods and demand that there be improvements in the life of these poor neighborhoods, internet, sanitation, schools, clinics, things so people can live, because people are living in very precarious, very difficult conditions. So this really has been a case of neglect for many years, and now it's really coming to a head, especially since the government of Jovenel Moïse is very discredited and very mistrusted.
And as Axel mentioned in his piece, has the island ever really recovered from that earthquake in 2011? What about this refugee sort of situation that's growing here? Are people trying to leave by boat, and what's that going to do to the rest of the Caribbean?
Well, the 2010 earthquake was really just the geological earthquake. The bigger earthquake that really sent Haiti on its downward spiral was the 1991 coup d'etat supported by the U.S. and the following coup d'etat in 2004, both against President Jean-Bertrand Aristide. And in those years since, Haiti has seen a general political and economic degradation, deterioration. The result of this is always, as it has been since 35 years ago, before the Duvalier dictatorship fell, the flight of refugees overseas. They take to boats and they head to the Bahamas, to Turks and Caicos, to other islands. And that's when the international community starts to throw up their hands and say, oh my goodness, we're being invaded by people. Well, the fact is the people are fleeing in the face of sort of the political instability that has been imported into Haiti from Washington in many cases. So this is the natural end result, the same way we see refugees fleeing from the political instability that has grown in Central America. They're fleeing from Haiti as well.
Absolutely. And finally then, Kim, I do wonder what you think will happen in the next coming months and years. Will elections have anything to do with this, or is the state so disintegrated that any kind of electoral process will have little effect?
Well, they say that they're planning to hold a constitutional referendum in September and have the first round of elections in September and then the second round in November. I'm very doubtful that that's going to happen under Jovenel Moïse. And my sources in the upper reaches of the UN, et cetera, tell me that there is a lot of consideration for a transition, turning to the opposition and maybe putting Jovenel aside, because the situation has just become so chaotic, and his government, despite putting a new prime minister today, et cetera, just seems unable to keep control of the situation.
Okay, Kim Yves, do appreciate your analysis and expertise. Thank you for being with us.